Hey guys, it's DJ from Shop 81. This is the current project in the shop, 1971 Chevy Nova. When it came to us, it was a local car, New England car, so right in the middle of Rust World. It was a complete car. As you can see, it's not now. We've had it for about a year, done a lot to it, and still a long way to go. So we'll take you guys on a little walk around. Come on, Internet. So all the metal in the car was, at least as far as I can tell, original. Original doors, original quarters, original floor, original deck, everything was original. It was just really, really rough. So I'll show the people the trunk here, a collection of junk. Ooh, don't look at that. That's secret stuff. So tough to see because there's all this, because trunks are for storage, but I should borrow you real quick. It looks solid when you first see it, but there's holes everywhere. Right here going through to the frame rail. The center of the trunk is really soft, which is probably a great place to have things stored on top of it. And up here, the lip, where it goes into the, oh, that's all seam sealer. That's also a constant theme on this car. Someone decided that putting seam sealer in the holes is easier than replacing the metal. So the tail panel, pretty well rotten. The lower frame rail, pretty well rotten. I'm gonna take them back. Oh, it's tight. So quarters were all loaded up with Bondo. So basically the car's gonna need everything. It's gonna need everything. It's gonna need full quarters. It's gonna need a full floor. Actually, you wanna show them inside the car there. You can see some of that's been cut out and some of that fell out on its own, which is a cool feature. So yeah, full floor, full trunk, full quarter panels. We have one new fender for it. It's gonna need another one. It's basically gonna need everything, front to back. So where we started, if you don't mind, hon. Almost a year ago was right down here, brand new rocker, and I'll try to include some of the pictures from when the car came home so you can see how far it's actually come. But brand new outer rocker on this side, that's all installed, a little bit of finish work to do up in the door jamb. Inside the car, the inner quarters over here were rotten, and they reproduced that part, but it's way too much money. It wasn't worth buying when it was just the lower couple inches, so we made a patch for that. That's all solid. The outer rocker and the inner rocker on this side's actually pretty well done, but outer rocker, inner rocker, rocker support from the door jamb, that's all in and welded in. And the outer cowl panel, or the tulip on this side, is about 90% in. The only thing that's not in for good is the cover on it, and we'll get to that in a minute. The toe boards were rotten out, as well as the body mount, so brand new lower toe board, full toe board all the way across with new body mounts on the car. That's all good. The subframe needs some repair on those body mounts, and it needs new body bushing, so that's just in there temporarily. Oh, I'm actually gonna go this way. I'm sorry. So same story on this side. The inner quarter panel was rotten out to nothing, and that's a pretty important piece. Holds up the inner rock, or holds up the outer rocker, especially when the quarter panel's off the car. So that outer rocker's on the car, that patch is on the car. The inner rocker that you see is just attached with sheet metal screws right now, just for mock-up, as well as that that rocker door jamb support over there. That's just mocked up right now. That'll be going in shortly. I'll be showing you guys that. And we also have, laying on the floor as it should be, the outer cowl for the driver's side. So that'll be going on the car as well. Spin you around here, show you how dirty my shop is. And then at some point after that, we will be working on trying to get the inner plenum on the lower cowl cleaned up so we can coat that. That's actually very solid. The edges here are a little bit soft, a little bit thin. The other side, which I'll show you guys in a later video, We actually cut all this out a couple inches up, just cut it out and made a little patch piece. Very simple. That's just where it mates up to the outer cowl panel. So we might be doing that there. I haven't really decided yet. Oh, excuse me. Also gonna be, oh, the door opened nicely. Doesn't shut quite as nice. Working up inside of here. So we've already wire wheeled a lot of that. That's the underside of the dash. It is very solid. Nothing to worry about there. Just want to clean it up and coat it. And a little bit of test fitting to do with the steering column as well, because when we change the lower part of the floor, the mounting bracket where the steering boot actually seals to, actually screws into the firewall right here. That had to come off, and this opening is just not quite the same as the original. It's a little egged out. It's just a little bit different. That could be just a difference in the stamping, or if that was me, I'm not sure. I'm never gonna blame myself. It definitely wasn't my fault. So yeah, this is where we're gonna be starting. A lot of rust cleanup here. I'll actually pass you back off to my lovely assistant. Rust cleanup in here, wire wheel, get it all out of there. We'll hit it with a rust converter, and then seal it up with some epoxy. All our weld surfaces will get cleaned up down to bare metal and weld through primer, and then parts will be going on this car like crazy. So subscribe, follow along, and you're not going to want to miss it. She came to us rough, but she's going to be good when she's all done.